Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to finally take a look at the latest from Fenty Beauty, and we're going to be looking at their cream bronzer and cream blushes. We're going to compare these cream products to the Fenty Hydrating Foundation and the Fenty Matte Foundation and see which one is a better match. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to finally play with our new Fenty cream bronzer, and I have mine in the shade Honey Glaze. That's number 4. And the cream blushes by Fenty. This one is Daiquiri Dip, and I also have the shade Rose Latte. So I thought it would be interesting to try these products out in conjunction with the Fenty foundation. Which foundation, you asked? I didn't know. I wasn't sure which one would play nicer with the new cheek cream products, so I thought we would try them both. We have both the Pro Filt'r Hydrating Longwear Foundation by Fenty, as well as the original Pro Matte Foundation. I have normal to dry skin, and I can wear both of these foundations just depending on the weather outside and what look I'm going for. So I just wasn't sure which one would play a little bit nicer with this particular formula for the cream products. So we're going to try one side with the hydrating foundation and one side with the original Pro Matte foundation. So just to make everything fair, I'm going to start first with, no, I'm not going to use a primer. I've already moisturized my skin, use SPF, have the Hydra Bio serum from Lancome on. Those things have been on my face for a good 20-30 minutes. I'm going to start with the hydrating foundation. I'm using a Heavenly Luxe flat top buffing brush by IT Cosmetics. And I'm just going to do this side of my face. I tried to get as close to half a pump as possible because I tend not to wear much more than a full pump of foundation on my face. That's just my preference. I have a tendency towards lighter coverage foundation. I do have some errands to run today, so I thought we would do a wear test as well, just to see how they wear with each of these foundations. And for the original Pro Matte, I'm going to use this Sonia Kashuk flat top foundation brush, which I love this brush, by the way, and it cost a fraction of the one that I got from IT Cosmetics, and I don't know if you can see that, but the one from IT Cosmetics tends to shed a lot. So that used to be my favorite until I found this one, which was like $15. Clearly, I haven't worn this foundation in a while. You ever have that fear that you're gonna squirt foundation all over yourself? Let me put it over here, over top of a towel, just in case. I'm gonna make a little squirt on that towel first, so I don't make a mess. That would be the worst. Okay, all right, there we go. Try to get a half a pump of that, and I have them both in the shade 345. Although I think the shades are slightly different. That's just my opinion. They're both 345, but I don't know. They look slightly different to me. I have been out getting some sun, so I think the 345 fits me really, really well right now. Originally, I didn't have a shade, and I got the original foundation in 350, but this one was a little bit too orange for me. So when they came out with the 345, that was a better match. Not perfect match, but it's a better match. And when I've gotten some sun, it's an even better match. So that's okay. To be honest with you, I can't really see a difference. So maybe, well, yeah, I guess the hydrating side's a little bit more luminous. Because before, when I wore these foundations, I could tell a big difference. But today they're playing nicely with each other. We'll see. Okay, so that's it for the foundation. Let's get into the star of the show. So I had a hard time choosing between this shade and the next shade up, which is Teddy. I decided to go with Honey Glaze because I tend to go for a softer bronzer, and I noticed that when I personally get some sun and when I tan, I tend to tan more red. So I have a neutral leaning yellow undertone for a lot of the year, but when I do tan, I tend to tan and bronze more red and more warm. So I decided to go with this one instead of Teddy. I hope that it shows up on me. So for that, I'm gonna go in on the, hydrating side. I'm actually gonna use the Fenty Beauty highlight brush. And the reason I'm gonna use that is because this is my favorite bronzer brush. And it's also by Sonia Kashuk. And the size is closer to this Fenty highlight brush than the actual Fenty bronzer brush. So that's just a bigger brush, and I feel like I don't have as much control with it. So I'm going to use the Fenty highlight brush for my bronzer on the hydrating side. So we're going to pick up a little bit of this. It picks up on the brush nicely. And okay. When I do my bronzer, I like to brush up. Okay, it's not showing up as much as I was hoping for, so I'm going to go in with a finger and apply it. Oh yes, that is pretty red. So I probably should have gone with the Teddy shade. Even though online that one looked a little more like a contour shade. This one is just a little bit too light. But it's what we have today, so we'll see how it wears. This might work in the winter, but right now, when your girl's been out in the garden, nah, nope, not working. That's okay. Now on the matte side, we're gonna use our Sonia Kashuk brush to start, because this one is a little more dense than that Fenty highlight brush. So I'm gonna go in, oh, well, that works. Just couldn't see it as much on that side. It's not funny. You do the exact same thing. I mean, tools do matter. And I find that this brush is really, really nice. Okay. This gold handle series by Sonia Kashuk, it's really, really nice. I have quite a few brushes from that line, and I like them a lot. That's pretty. Okay. I don't use cream products that much because I went to school for undergrad. We had to get a lot of general university requirements like most colleges, and in that you usually have to take an art course of some sort. I'm not, in my opinion, traditionally artistic, so I was like, how do I get around this? Because I don't want to take a lot of these classes that they are offering. So I'm looking through the course guide, and I switched back to the brush that we were using on the hydrating side. And I see a class, stage makeup. Now, as the high school, I used to do a lot of theater and productions like that, and I was like, stage makeup? I'm intrigued. Okay. So that's what I took for my art credit, was a stage makeup class. In stage makeup, we used only cream products, and they were very, very thick. Stage makeup is very heavy. Nothing anywhere close to what you would wear on a regular basis in everyday life. I dare say it might be a little more drastic than even Instagram makeup. So I've kind of shied away from cream products because of that. But I'm really, really enjoying how this feels on my face because I can't feel it. And that's, for me, that's a win. Okay, now the two blush shades that we got, Daiquiri Dip and Rose Latte. Rose Latte was an instant, no-brainer. That's the color I'm getting. I don't even have to think about it. Daiquiri Dip, I went back and forth between this one and Strawberry Drip. But I realized when I looked at my blush collection, I tend to go for a lot of colors like Strawberry Drip, and I don't have anything like this. So Daiquiri Dip it is. And I'm kind of thinking I might be able to go for this today because I'm wearing black and it doesn't matter if my cheeks pop a little bit more. I'm going to do a subtle eye look too. So let's go for Daiquiri Dip. Now with this one, I'm going to use our finger because I've seen in some videos where people are having a little more luck with the blush with a hand application. So I'm going to do that as well. It's really, really pigmented, kind of scary. I'm going to start back here. Ooh, this is scaring me. This is bright. Oh boy. This might have been a mistake. Let's see if we can blend this out. Okay. No, that's all right. It's just a little brighter than what I usually go for on my face. So when it comes to my eyeshadow, y'all know I love color, and more color. But when it comes to lipstick and cheek products, I tend to go a little more neutral, a little more subdued. But you know what? When I blend that out, that's pretty. It was scary at first though. Because these do have a little bit of a sheen, I'm blending it all the way up into my highlight and into my the top of my cheekbones. I am gonna put on a liquid highlight so everything kind of meshes together, but I like that. I'm gonna use a different finger on this side to go in on the hydrating side. It'll be interesting to see if one side lasts longer than the other side. I haven't put on concealer yet. I am going to do that, but I didn't want powder to interfere with this application whatsoever. And I do have to powder my under eye. They look even. You can definitely tell I'm wearing blush. No doubt about it. And a lot of it is deposited on my face and not left on my finger. So I like that. And it's not greasy. That's one of the hallmarks of like cheap cream makeup, is it's more greasy and a lot of it's left over on your hands, and I'm not experiencing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off camera, finish up my makeup, and I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, we are back, and I have a full face of makeup on. Details of what products are on my face will be down in the description bar, and we're going to go through our day, see how well these products last, and see whether the cream products last better on the hydrating foundation or on the matte foundation, or if there's no difference at all. So we'll find out. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye. Hey guys, just doing a quick check-in. I am in the car after running some errands. As you can tell, I was wearing a mask because I had to go to the grocery store, and despite looking a little dewy on both sides, this is the side that had the matte foundation, and this is the side that we had the luminous or hydrating foundation on it, and both sides are holding on to the blush and the bronzer very well. No problems in that regard, and it's apparently holds up to our mask. Now the inside of my mask, you know, there's a lot of transfer from my foundation, but the blush and the bronzer, it's not transferring on my hands, and it's holding up really well. So that's it for now. I've got 1 or 2 more things to do before I go home. Got the groceries intact, and I'm headed back to the house. So that's it for now. I'll check in with you guys in about 3 or 4 hours. Okay, thanks. Hey guys, welcome back. It is 11:30 at night, and it's been a little over 8 hours since I applied this makeup, and I'm happy to report that I feel like I still have a little bit of blush on, a little bit of bronzer. They both have worn. I do feel like I can see it adhering a little more to the matte side of my face, where I applied the Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Foundation. And I apologize earlier, guys. I had the camera in too close, and a lot of my product shots got cut off, so I apologize for that. But I just was really expecting a bigger difference in the way that the new cream products performed with these 2 foundations. But to be honest with you, they both played very nicely with the new cream blush. This was the Rosé Latte. That's not the one I wore today. This is the one that I wore today. The Daiquiri Dip, and it's beautiful. It did wear down subtly, but it was lovely. And just for fun, I'd like to go in with the Rosé Latte, because I really think I'm going to enjoy this one. I swatched it on my hand when I got them initially, but I haven't put it on my face. Oh yeah, this color is right up my alley. I think this is going to be like an everyday blush color for me. I really like that. Wow. Wow. That's like the perfect blush color for me. Yeah, I really, really, really enjoy that. Just to even myself out for what, I don't know, to go take it all off and take a shower. You know how it goes when you start playing in the makeup. So, but yeah, this is beautiful. I like the other one as well, but this one, this is really, really pretty. I could see me wearing this every day. Wow. I really am enjoying that. I like that a lot. So I have nothing but positive things to say about both the cream bronzer and the new cream blush by Fenty Beauty. It's another hit. I haven't enjoyed every single thing, and every single thing by Fenty is not my favorite, but they have a lot of hits, a lot. And they can add these two to their hit list. So I think for me, honestly, I could wear it either way. I could wear it on the matte foundation or the hydrating foundation. I'm leaning more towards the matte, believe it or not, because after a long day of sweating and moving in and out of mass in the car and getting gas and all of that kind of stuff, this one just wears nicely. It smooths over the skin. It has more of an airbrush quality that I kind of forgot about, because honestly I haven't worn this the matte foundation in a while, but it's getting closer to summer, so it might have to come back out. So we like. Now, as far as the color, I did want to give you guys a side-by-side between the cream bronzer in Honey Glaze versus their original Sunstalker bronzer. And I have the shade, Eyeliner on that one. And get a nice dark swatch. So that is Eyeliner. And that's the color that I wear most often. And this one will get a nice swatch of Honey Glaze. And this is Honey Glaze. So I went in with Honey Glaze because, as you can see, it's a little more red, and I thought that that would be nice. I still do like this color, and I'm going to keep it. I'm just wondering now if I should get Teddy also. We'll see. All right. Well, thanks, you guys, and I appreciate you spending some time with me. Hopefully you're having a good day or night wherever you are.